Hey everybody, how's it going? So I thought I would start off today's episode. I'm actually up here on top of the mob farm. Figured I would come up here and crank up my render distance and see if I could see the witch farm. Not quite. It's about over here. It's just a little bit out of view distance. But I figured if I jump off of here, I thought I would see if I could. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be able to glide that far. Figured I'd see if I could glide all the way out to that witch farm. I will definitely be able to get that far. No problem. No problem. In fact, I'm actually going to have to just dive bomb straight down in order to get there safely. So, I wanted to start off over here. One of the things that I noticed while I was flying around here is that I've actually got things a little bit non-symmetrical. If you notice, this side here actually has 4 of the regular stone brick, and then the other sides have 3. So this one has 3 on each side of the thing. This one has 4 on each side of the thing. So we need to make these symmetrical. In fact, I'd actually put those down there to remind myself about it. I want to make sure I got that done on the episode, but then I brought extra supplies also, so sort of ended up being a little bit redundant and a little bit unnecessary. So I figured I would start off today expanding this lake. I guess I had asked for comments in the comments section, and I guess you guys said that that you wanted me to expand this lake type thing here a little bit more. So I figured I would probably just take the easy way out and light things up, but you guys definitely told me to expand the lake, so that's what we'll do today. Let me get my shovel out, and so I put down a couple of markers here. So I've got these markers out here. This is 32 blocks away from the edge of this lake. So I figured I would only go out about 32 blocks. At first I was like, oh, I got to do a 128 block radius from this. I was like, well, no, that's only if I'm all the way down here. If I'm all the way up in the air, all I really need to do is a little bit of the surface area, and we should be okay from there. So I'm going to start off with adding an extra 32 blocks to the radius of my lake, and we'll go from there. So obviously we'll cut to a time lapse. You guys don't have to watch all this digging, but alright, this place is looking so much different. Check it out. So I definitely moved the beacon over because I had taken out the hill that it was sitting on. So still got all these items. We got, I placed in a little bit of water. I did sort of the tedious part. We'll do kind of the exciting part of filling it all in here. So I got all these shulker boxes packed up and ready to go full of. These are all full of sand. These have some dirt and a little bit more dirt here as well. So it was actually about even as far as the amount of dirt and sand. Plus we got a bunch of other junk to go with it. So we did actually uncover a couple of caves over here. Actually, that'll help me be able to get down and sort of fill all that area in with light it up and get it full of torches and stuff like that. So I was going to cover it up and everything and then go back in there later, but then I realized if I just kind of let some water flow in there, that'll be just as good as lighting it up, or at least, at least for a few blocks anyways. Maybe not the whole entire cave, but it should actually help to light that area up. So I did sort of the tedious part of doing most of the water. We gotta just kind of go along here, along this line, and fill it all in. I guess actually those holes might be a little bit of a problem as far as it might not flow all the way over there. So I guess we'll see what's gonna happen here when I break these blocks. So when I break these, this should fill in this whole area with water. So maybe not. Maybe I just gotta put one there. Okay, I definitely gotta put one there. Well, the holes, yeah, the holes kind of caused a problem, but it should be okay. We might be able to fix that some other way, but we got a nice wave going this way. Definitely, I like seeing these waves in Minecraft. That's always kind of cool. But, yeah. So, then we'll come over here to this other corner. This corner should work a little bit better, as far as they won't have that, friggin' holes to stop everything. This will be a nice bigger wave, actually. Check this out. That's cool. That's freaking awesome, actually. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I guess it will cover up over. I wasn't sure if it would cover up this other. I thought it would kind of stop there in the middle. That's actually pretty cool. I wasn't sure if it would create water sources over top of it or if it would just kind of, I don't know, kind of stop there. But wow, that's cool. Actually, it's done everything. Wow. It's done a lot more than I thought it would. That's pretty cool. So if I just put one right about there, no, we're going to have to do a little bit more in here. There we go. That filled in all up under there. Filled in everything over here. Went all the way around these caves. Wow, that was cool. That was cool. So even ignored all my shulker boxes here that are in the way. So let me pick these up and we'll get these taken back home. And we'll bring them back to get rid of all this other chests and stuff here. I gotta break a couple more blocks here. I figured I would have to do it for each corner, but it's actually really cool that it sort of did it on its own. Alright, so now we've got this whole area all filled in. So that looks pretty awesome. I guess now all I gotta do is land up here on this beacon. I'm pretty sure this is going to be spawnable, so what I'm gonna do is put some carpets on top of here. It'll still look like a white beacon, and the white carpet will kind of match with the, the top here will match up the side of the iron. So this should be the best way to block the spawning right here. Aside from obviously just a couple of torches would work just the same, but this will guarantee 100%. Okay, there we go. So, still looks like a perfectly white beacon. Obviously, I still can't jump up on top of there. Maybe if I did that, okay, see, if I do that, then I can jump up on there. I'm gonna, actually, let's do one just so that it's not, yeah, no need to have two, but we can definitely get up there. So, now that we've got that done, what we need to do is we need to start stacking upwards and build ourselves a platform up in the air. Okay, so that should be high enough to keep everything that falls down to the collection area alive. So we should only be 128 blocks from there. We're looking at 168. Yeah, that looks good to me. So we're going to come out here. We're going to build these out of glass just so that the beacon can go through and we can see everything that's going on down there. I definitely want to be able to see if our stuff is spawning. That's a shame that I'm going to have to jump down. I guess that's why I made it a sand, so it'll be easy to take down. So, okay, so I got a little bit bigger square. Now we'll put some walls on the side of it. Just do this here. And, yeah. I'm not going to put a ladder or anything up to here. I'm basically just going to leave it up to flying myself up here. And, yeah, that should be the easiest way to do it. So, let's see here. Is it starting to be nighttime? It's almost nighttime. It's hard to tell from up here. So, did I bring a bed? I might have brought a bed. There might be a bed in here. go. I can't put a bed on glass? What the hell? That's lame. Okay, so flew back home. Figure we'd get a nice aerial view on the way back in. I guess our grass here is all turned into dirt. That's kind of weird. I don't like how one block of water blocks the light enough to make it turn back to dirt. It's actually kind of weird. But, yeah, I guess we gotta go all the way up here. See if I can't land on this guy. I had actually gone all the way back to get some glowstone, put some glowstone in, realized you can't put a bed on glowstone either. So had to go all the way back a second time to try and get something else to put our bed onto. Now if I do this, that is going to make spawnable blocks, so we also got some carpet to lay on top of there. So hopefully that should make a decent little design. Let's see if we get things plugged in here. We'll put our, we're going to put our ender chest down first. And that'll go, I guess I want to see which direction. That's the direction of home, so let's do it like this. Put our bed there, and then we can put the half slabs with carpet on them all around that. Let me get a torch, and then we'll head back up here. Actually, that's sort of going to be an issue, because it's harder to take off from water. I got to get out here to the land, and then take off, and then come back down. Oh, shoot. That was kind of weird. What happened there? Now I gotta get back down to the beacon, and if we break this and place a torch, we'll be able to watch this whole thing fall. So gravity will take the sand, and it'll all collect right there. Nice. So then we'll grab that, cover that up with some carpet, and that's good to go. Okay, so now, aside from, I do kind of want to modify my entry point down here at some point, just because we're all the way up underneath of the roof thing. Let me get, I guess some of these can go in here. Then we should be able to get all of our items out of here. Alright, so that thing is now empty. And we'll go all the way up here to our platform and stand here for a few minutes and see what kind of drops we might get from it. So I came down here with the second account in spectator mode so that I could see through the ground and everything to check and make sure that it was working okay. I was actually standing a little bit too high. All the witches were despawning right about here just before they hit the drop and died, so I was actually hardly getting any drops just because of that. So, but then there was a couple of problems. There was actually a bunch of spiders spawning inside of here, and as you could see, there's mobs spawning outside here at nighttime. So that's not going to work out. That was the whole point of making this lake. So either the lake has to get quite a bit bigger. You see they're actually spawning all the way out here, so I'm going to have to expand the lake quite a little bit, or I'm just going to have to light that up, which I guess would have been what I should have done in the first place. So we're probably going to have to expand that lake, and we're probably going to have to come down here and light up a bunch of these caves and stuff down here. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of caves and stuff for mobs to spawn, and that is going to affect our efficiency as well. So we've got a little bit more work to do. Let's see if I can do that in a real quick time lapse, huh? Yo, I cannot believe what a big project this has turned into. This thing is insanely huge. I spent way more time working on this than I thought I would. I'm glad I didn't go any bigger. I only went 24 blocks bigger. I was going to go double the size and go 32 blocks, but man, I'm glad I didn't do too much more. I've already got over 12 hours of footage on this video alone. I've got all this sand and dirt and stone and all kinds of other stuff that I've gotten from digging it all out, plus a bunch of shulker boxes that I got loaded up and everything, plus actually a handful of times that I've actually taken my stuff home. I've probably had to go home to repair my shovel, I don't know, probably about 10 times. I actually got sick of repairing it and made another shovel, made a second shovel with mending. Actually, this is the third shovel. I made a Silk Touch shovel and then broke it because I wasn't paying attention to how much digging I was doing. So I was going back and forth between the two shovels, had to repair them, had to go back home like, I don't know, probably 10 times to fix up my shovels. So we've done a few loads of dirt going back home, but we still got more stuff to go back home. Actually, let me put those in an ender chest, and we'll take those back on home next time we go there. But we still got a little bit of work to do on this area. As you could tell, the water is still not been expanded. I was kind of waiting on you guys to do that part. I figured I wanted to show off the previous size of things and then go on to show how big things are now. So yeah, this thing is crazy. Okay, so things didn't magically expand like they did before. That was actually kind of awesome now that I remember it. But I think I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently on this one. I think if I can... actually, let me go refill my bucket. I think if I fill in this one corner, we should be able to get the whole rest of it to expand onto itself. So let me fill up this corner, and then we'll see if we can flood it into the rest of the space here. So if I just go about to there, that'll match up with about where the other one is. We'll go a little bit farther, and then we'll have to do about the same portion on this side of the corner. But that should help it expand, and once it hits the corner of the previous water space, we should be good to go. So this shouldn't take too long. If we can just get it to expand right about there, we should be able to see it meet up. Nice. Nice. So this wave should travel the whole rest of the way. I don't know if it's going the other direction too or not. Let me see if I can get an aerial view. Yep, it does look like it's going both directions. That's kind of awesome. So we're getting it to expand in two different directions. We gotta go in this way. Oh, is it just gonna stop here? It's only gonna go to there. I guess we can just can get it to go from a little bit farther. Alright, we'll get the corner filled in, and that should give us the rest of the space filled in. Yeah, it looks like this direction stopped on this side too. So we might have to do another corner. That's okay. Gosh, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's going to stop right about there. So we'll do one more corner and we'll be good to go. Alrighty then. We got this one last side filling in. See if we can get a little bit of better aerial view of it happening. Nice. There we go. Piggy's getting flooded big time. Alright. So, now that that's done, I was thinking about putting lights all around, just do like a layer of, or not a layer, but a row of torches around here, but I do kind of want to go AFK for a little bit and see if it will see if it'll actually work, because the whole plan was to fill this in with water so that we didn't need to use torches. Although that would have been insanely easier to just light the place up rather than having to dig out all these blocks. But then we wouldn't be left with this cool ass space. So I have been looking for some big projects, and this has definitely been one hell of a big project. So yeah, I think I'm satisfied. What else do we have in mind? Alright, so I think I'm going to call it an episode. I will transport some more items back home, and then I will do a little bit of an AFK session up here on this glass platform. So I'll come back next time and let you guys know if things are working. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. I worked super hard on this video. I spent 10 times longer on this episode than I was planning when I first had this project in mind. So appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for coming to hang out and play Minecraft with me, and I'll see you guys next time.